And there we go. Wow, you were itching to get in. How are we?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
It's been a few weeks, isn't it? Since
I know, I know.
um, yeah, obviously a bit different tonight, Jazzy, because you're not in your tracksuit, you're not in your
No,
boots,
no,
you're in your
no,
hat.
no. Well, I have got my hat. I didn't know to wear it to wear something Bedford.
Wow. So
But we'll talk
on
about
that,
that a bit later.
okay, on, on
I
that note,
I think we should wear it. Should we wear it for the interview? I think we need to wear it for the interview. Should we do
we could, but I think we'd get very, very hot very, very quick.
it? uh,
So thank you for everyone who's now obviously logging in at the moment. If you can't stay and watch it all, don't panic. Jazzy and I won't come hunting after you. You can watch this in your leisure because this will get reshared tonight and tomorrow. If you've not seen this before, I like to talk. Jazzy obviously likes to talk, but we will try and keep it to 30, 35 minutes tops. No pressure to both of us, Jazzy. So, as I say, it's been a while, but let's look back to that. Obviously, that last game on Saturday for the Eagles, Jazzy, because wow, what a statement, what a performance that was by the boys, wasn't it? On the road to one each, 7-0, mad.
yeah, it's wicked. It was really good. I think the good thing about it is, obviously, I'm no manager or anything, but
Yeah.
is that the fact is, obviously, we've had a lot of lads that have played a lot of minutes over the last, few months and stuff. So it gave us a chance to rest players, but also gave the opportunity for some younger lads to come into the squad. And
Love
obviously,
that.
stuff. And yeah, like they've done incredible, obviously, 7-0, another clean sheet. You can't really moan, really. So yeah, it's just really good.
Yeah, I think was it Alex Street now, the skipper? Was it I've read now? Is this like 21, 22 clean sheets?
Yeah,
Absolute
yeah,
crazy.
crazy. But as well, yeah, it's obviously great clean sheets, but obviously you also got to remember the defence as well, like how they've
That's
obviously
it.
held
Love that plug.
a very good, solid defence. And obviously
Yeah.
we've had a few defenders that are missing, unfortunately, with one or two, well, mainly one with a long-term injury, but hopefully that will get sorted. But yeah, and obviously Charlie out for a couple of games. We've had to have some younger lads step up and
Mm.
take the defence and stuff. And again, like I just said a moment ago, it's incredible that we've got other players that can step in and we can still perform how we're performing and stuff. And I think it just goes to show what a great team bonding we have, what a great team spirit there is within the group of lads that we've got and stuff. And I think that's massively why we're doing so well, is that we are all kind of one team and we all want the same thing, and we're just taking each game as it comes. We're not looking to St Neots or Dunstable. Next game obviously is Welwyn Garden, and that's what we'll go turn up on Saturday, go to Welwyn Garden and hopefully get another result.
Yeah, as you just sort of said there, Jazzy, I think it pays a real compliment to obviously the gaffer, obviously Setch, and obviously Darren Eady, assistant manager,
Yeah.
because obviously keeping those boys ready on the sideline when you haven't been playing a lot of minutes, and to be sort of ready to come straight in and perform, that that takes a lot of real management skills. The hats off to them too.
Aye.
So obviously following that result, still 3 points clear over Berkhamsted.
Yeah.
That game in hand at the moment, still as it stands.
Yeah. Waiting to
The
say.
goal difference is so superior at the moment. I mean, the mood in the camp must be just unreal at the moment.
Yeah, no, like I said, we've got like a great team spirit, and I think the main thing with that is thanking obviously Gaffer and Daz for bringing all the lads together. And I think, like, I don't obviously know what he's been like at previous clubs, but I know he likes the lads to be at team bond and look out for each other. And I think we've got a nice mixture of kind of some older, mature lads that have been at higher levels. So obviously you've got Macca and you've got Rory, obviously Peds, Callum, Rennie, and obviously then with the mix of the younger lot as well, it just kind of, they all just support of each other and learn of each other and stuff. And yeah, I just think that whole togetherness and the team spirit and bits like that is all thanks as well, like I said, to the gaffer and obviously Daz and obviously G doing all the training and stuff. And yeah, it's good.
Yeah, exactly. And long may it continue, eh? That's
Yeah,
what we want.
thing as
So
well.
we haven't mentioned it, and we need to mention them. And by them, I'm talking about the the Eagles fans. Can you see the eagle there behind me? But we need to mention them because home and away, they're there in vast numbers. They are a noisy bunch, but it's Bedford, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what the league is about, isn't it? They are what make and football. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, just go like I've never been like I've worked with a few clubs and they've all been amazing and stuff. But yeah, just I think with regards to Bedford, I've never felt so at home at a club and welcome so quickly and stuff. And they're not only the fans, but they're like part of they become part of the family and stuff, and they the Bedford family so quickly. And obviously, because it is scary when you first go into a new club and stuff. And I remember like the first couple of games and stuff, I didn't want to go in the clubhouse. I'd just get in my car and go home. And they're like, why are you not coming into the bar? Because I didn't know anyone. I didn't want to sit with the lads, sit with me and stuff like that. So, but they made you feel welcome and stuff. And then over time, I went in there, felt a bit more confident and stuff. And yeah, they're just like a second family to me, and they've been so supportive to me. Like they even know when I'm a bit down or a bit stressed. They're like, are you okay? They just pick up on anything. But yeah, they're just amazing. Home and away support, just back the lads, back us. Obviously, always look after each other. And I can't thank the fans enough because they're great. And like I just said a moment ago, it's definitely what non-league is about. They are what makes the club and keeps the club running and stuff. And they're very like, I suppose, like unsung heroes, aren't they? People don't realise, but without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we can do and stuff.
Yeah, I can't name drop everyone because there's a lot of Bedford Town fans who do a lot behind the scenes as well. But obviously the supporters club, obviously the photographers. You know, we have to plug the photographers, don't we? Because they do a sterling job. The action shots.
She gets a lot of passes as well from the lads about their photos. So she's really good. Like that, she just kind of tells them that it's a good photo, get on with it, it's going up. Especially when she does all like
deal with it.
Pictures or whatever. She is really good and makes you feel at home. So yeah, she does a lot around the club, definitely.
Love that. And as we have mentioned her, she's asked about a purple pocket. Yes, purple heart.
Yeah.
Are you able to explain to everyone why that's in your pocket every game?
Well, she obviously, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but
fair enough.
Yeah, she bless her, she made me it she gave me at the Burko game, just like leading up to it and stuff. I just had I was a bit stressed, a bit anxiety, not down to that game or anything, but just with other stuff going on. And she came in, gave me a massive hug, and she's like, I want you to have this heart, like keep it on you, and just know that you're not on your own and stuff. And yeah, ever since I had it in my pocket, it's probably a little bit of a good luck thing as well. But
it sounds like a good luck charm.
How the fans are so supportive and just so lovely. Like I can't. Like you can probably see me and talk about it now. They're just so nice. Like I've never been at a club where the fans are just brilliant. But yeah, she made it for me, bless her. And yeah, I just always keep it on me on match days and stuff. And she keeps hers on her. And yeah, it is what it is. So yeah.
Love that. Thanks for sharing that, Jazzy. That's a real nice story. That.
Yeah, definitely. I think it brought a tear to my eye, bless. Like. But yeah, no, it like I said, it just shows how everyone's all there for each other, and we're just one big club and one big unit and stuff. So yeah, definitely.
So let's obviously talk about you now. So how did you get into sports therapy first of all?
So obviously I went to uni and did a degree in sports therapy, and obviously came out of a bachelor's of science. But it all started back when my dad used to take me. I used to go with my dad and brother to Russian and Diamonds games. So I'm actually a Diamonds fan. Obviously I know they don't exist anymore. You've got AFC, but yeah, I used to go to, obviously, I hated it at the start. My mum would be like, you need to take your daughter to games, like, don't leave her out. And I'd think of every excuse possible not to go to a game.
Really?
I was only like 10 years old. I was like, I don't want to be at football. I don't want to watch this. And then I've got a season ticket holder, ticket. And I just started to really enjoy it as I got older. And I just loved it. And we went to loads like home and away games and just followed Diamonds, and obviously saw them get like a lot of promotion, saw them at the Millennium Stadium, like everything, which was wicked. And one day I had a go when I was like about to make my choice of like going to uni, to go to uni or not, because originally I actually wanted to do like reflexology and kinesiology, so kind of complementary healthcare stuff. I didn't actually want to do like what I'm doing. And then this girl sat in front of me with sports therapy on the back of her top, and I was like, what's sports therapy? Obviously she was obviously shadowing Simon Parcell at the time at Diamonds. And I went home, had a little look, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to do that. And it's weird because later that week I then got like a leaflet through the door at home saying about sports therapy, and I was a bit like, I think this is meant to be, but I am quite like that with stuff. So yeah, so I went into college and literally said to him, I want to change my whole personal statement. I want to go to uni, go and do sports therapy. So I went and looked around a few unis. In the end, I decided to stay local, so I went to Northampton Uni. And I've built up like loads of contacts and stuff local around that, because I've worked in all different regions and stuff. But yeah, 3 years at uni, and then came out with my degree in sports therapy, and that's what got me to go into it. And obviously I mainly wanted to go into football, which is what I have done. Obviously I have worked in football for time and stuff. So, but yeah, it's only the last couple of years that I have changed my mind a little bit on stuff, and it's what I'm doing today. So
fair play to you, because obviously the hard work has definitely paid off. So the journey, talk us through the journey in terms of where was you prior to Bedford, and how did your own move to Bedford Town materialise?
Okay, so yeah, so obviously when I graduated from uni, I was working in a gym at the time, so I was fitness manager at a gym. And then I just contacted a few local clubs to me. So I contacted like Silby Rangers, obviously I live in Northampton, AFC Diamonds. And when I had spoke to a few of them, obviously AFC I think already had like 2 sports therapists there. So obviously they did say to me, they're happy for me to come on board and stuff like that. But I just kind of wanted to work at my own club. Obviously when I was at uni, I did a few years work experience at MK Dons Football Academy, which was wicked. Because I'd kind of done stuff like that, I was like, I want to work for a men's team if I can on my own. So yeah, I went to Silby Rangers first. And yeah, I just was there for a couple of months. I didn't get paid or anything. So literally it was all just voluntary and stuff. Because obviously clubs don't have like lots of money and stuff. So yeah, voluntary. So I was there for a couple of months. And then I got approached by the assistant at Wellingborough Town, who were offering actually to pay me a bit of money. So I thought, well, close to home, and I'm getting a bit of money, like, why not? Like, so yeah, I went to Wellingborough Town for 3 seasons, and was with them. And then I then got approached by the assistant at Amesbury, who used to be Wellingborough Town manager at one point, and I worked with him. And he was like, what are you doing? Like, do you fancy a bit of a move? And I was a bit like, yeah, do you know what? I wouldn't mind a change. Obviously, Amesbury's a bit further for me, driving-wise. But they were in the same league as obviously Wellingborough Town, the UCL Prem, but they just had that bit more ambition, wanted to get promoted and stuff. And I was like, well, I wouldn't mind like maybe working up the leagues a little bit. So yeah, obviously I went to Amesbury, and obviously Mark Duckett was the manager, had Ben Watts as assistant. And yeah, we had a good couple of seasons. I ended up being there like five seasons before I went to absolutely loved. To be fair, I cannot like all the clubs I've been at, I've been so lucky. Everyone's been so nice. I've got on with everyone. They've been all supportive towards me. And yeah, I've just had a really, touch wood, like just lucky ride and stuff at the moment with the clubs I've worked at. Yeah, absolutely loved Amesbury. Was very settled there. I would often get clubs approach me during like off season and stuff, but I knew it had to be the right club for me to leave, because I had it good at Amesbury. I was settled. I liked it. I was quite happy. And obviously you've got to think the higher you go, obviously there is more travelling involved. And for me, it just needs to be like the right club and stuff. So yeah, so I was at Amesbury for 5 seasons, and obviously the manager, Matt Duckett, he got the Bedford Town job. And I think that was January 2020, just before lockdown. I literally don't, like, my years have gone at the minute with like lockdown and stuff. So he got given the Bedford Town manager's job in January 2020. And he asked me to, because obviously he wanted to build up his own management team there and bring his own people in. So yeah, he went there and then pretty much asked me to go to Bedford Town. Would I be interested? And I actually turned him down, and said, no, I don't want to go. There's 2 months left of the season or whatever there was at this point. And yeah, I just said I'm very committed very loyal to the clubs I'm at. And I was like, I'm not just literally leaving Ainsbury with 2-3 months to go of the season. I wouldn't do that. So I just kind of said, if you want me, you can come and speak to me in the summer, and obviously I'll speak to you there. So it was a risk that I took, but I'm very much, well, as you heard like earlier, like I am very much whatever will be. And obviously he did get another girl physio in for a couple of games, and obviously then this season got null and voided. So yeah, so we had obviously a long break because that was the first kind of near the end of the season. Then obviously COVID hit. Then summer comes, obviously get a message, Jazz, no, I want you at Bedford, like come and have a look, come and have a chat. So yeah, so I met up with him, we had a little chat, and then we went to Bedford and I had a little chat with him and obviously James and stuff, had a little look around the club, just because I like to go to the clubs and get a feel for it, because I think, you know, I think when you go and have a little look, see what it's like, I just think it's good to get a feel and have a little chat with some people, because I think for me, that's where I've decided if it's kind of been a yes or a no. And yeah, just chat with them both. Obviously, my first question was, I've always, like when I've looked to go higher, I think the main clubs for me were either obviously Bedford Town or Corby, because they're local, and ideally I wanted to be in the Southern Central League. So it's good to don't go to Corby or anything, because they're in the Northern League now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so obviously had a little chat with them. Obviously, I did have my concerns, and the first thing I said to him was like, "Why is everyone in and out of Bedford? Like, why do people not stay and stuff like that?" Because obviously they did back then have very like signing loads of players, and then they're leaving, and then obviously I'd had people from Ainsbury that played for them, and yeah, just said, "Oh yeah, they're an all right club," or I'd never got a great impression and stuff, and yeah, and so that was my first question to them. But yeah, they were like, we don't really know why. People just seem to hate us, which I've definitely noticed over this season and stuff. But yeah, it's been an experience. But yeah, I just thought, you know what, it feels right. Let's do it. So yeah, I started in July 2020. Obviously, the season didn't last that long. I think I was with them for like 2 months, and then we went into another lockdown. So this is the first proper full season I've had with them. But yeah, I do not regret the decision. At the end of the day, it's, you don't know until you try, do you, and stuff. So yeah, that's how I suppose I finally got into Bedford.
You know, and the rest is history really after that. Thank you. So obviously there is a difference, but for those who don't understand, Jazzy, what are the main differences between doing sports therapy in regards to sort of the business aspect to a day-to-day compared to doing it on a match day pitch size?
Well, a lot of it's time, and obviously because I'm with the club, so my thing at Bedford is I'm there Tuesdays and Saturdays. Obviously the lads do train on Thursday evening, so they'll be training now. So they say got this, but yeah, they'll be training now. But the gaffer doesn't like me to go to training because he thinks they'll be with me more than training because they want treatment. So, but yeah, so I do injuries and rehab and stuff on a Tuesday. Again, it's very limited time. So I get there normally straight after work for like 5:30. Sometimes I'm there till 8. Sometimes I've been there till 10:30 treating lads, because it's very limited time on diagnosing an injury, like doing some rehab, setting their rehab, treating them. And then obviously on a Saturday, it's absolutely chaos. Like I just get there about 12, get everything set up, like all my trauma stuff, get everything out for the lads. The lads really, what I've noticed for this team is they which is really good, but they get there really early, like 12:30 at home, at away games like before 1. It shows they're ready for it and they're eager and stuff, which is wicked. But yeah, literally from 1:45 till like 2:15, I'm non-stop like treated and stuff. So I think a lot of it is within football. It's a lot of like I don't really get a lot of time with them to do treatments as much as what I would. Whereas when you're working obviously I work in a private practice. Yeah. We get like, you can either have like half an hour appointments, an hour appointments, so you get a lot more time with them. You can get them in later in the week, obviously for appointment, or a couple of weeks later, so you see them a little bit more often. And I think the other thing with football, you've got like obviously gaffer down your ear, like when can they come back, can they play, can we manage them and they play, can we do this and stuff. And one thing I've definitely noticed this season is, because we're top, they all want to play. So with any little niggle, they want to play. So it's really been very, like, this season's been very different and a very big learning curve. We're working with a team that is higher up, well, top and stuff. So, because they all want to play with little niggles. So obviously if I say to them they can't, they'll be like, see you later, Jazz, I'm playing, which is fine. And you understand it. It's just because they're passionate. Obviously if something bad, they would listen. But then you've also got it as well where, I forgot what I was going to say now. But yeah, so obviously they just want to play and stuff. Whereas obviously with private practice and clinic, you have a bit more time, you can set stuff out. And also with rehab, I've got to trust that the lads are doing it themselves and stuff at home, because they're not with me that long and stuff. And that's the biggest thing and stuff, like setting them their stuff and like saying, make sure you're doing this at home, in the gym and bits like that. Because they'll be quite, to be fair, they are quite honest with me. They do tell me if they have or haven't done it, because you can kind of tell if they're lying and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's up to them. I'm there to help and advise them as much as I can, and it's down to them if they want to do their rehab or not. I've kind of, because I've been in football so long, obviously when I first started, I'd be like, why aren't they doing their rehab? Why are they playing injured? Why are they doing that? It's like, yeah, but now it's like, well, this is what you need to do. It's up to you. Obviously, if you do get injured or you don't listen, then I'm just going to be like, serves you right. Like, simple. But I think that's how you just got to not let the pressure get to you and stuff. So, but no, they're all really good and they do really listen. And yeah, it's definitely been hard. Like I said, being top and they just want to play. And also as well, what I was going to say, which I remembered, was we do have a lot of lads that don't live near. So normally I'd work at a club and they're like 10 minutes down the road. Obviously you've got like a few of them that live in Kings Lynn. You've got lads that work away or on courses all week and work away. So they're not going to pop back for a half an hour treatment session when working away, because it is quite a long trip. So yeah, that's been definitely a bit of a challenge and stuff. But yeah, I suppose private practice, you've got more time. Often they're definitely going to do their rehab because they're paying for the service and stuff. So yeah, it's just a bit different really. Whereas obviously you've got more stress and obviously gaffer down my ear saying, we need them back, hurry up, kind of thing. I hope that answers the question. I feel like I rambled.
No, it does. That's perfect. Thank you. So we have to ask it then. Now you've touched on it. So perhaps which player at the club is best at their rehab, and which player or maybe players spend the most time in the physio room?
Okay, so the biggest shocker for me, I didn't, especially when they first got injured, they were like, don't do rehab. I don't know if you can guess who this is, but they're like, yeah, I don't normally do rehab. I don't normally do this. And I was like, okay, then let's see. But yeah, Donna's really surprised me, how he is actually really good, and he just listened. He may turn up and be like, this is how I've been doing the exercise, are they right? And they're not right. But at least he's given it a go. But he's actually been like the biggest shocker and stuff. Obviously, got to say massive credit to DS when he obviously broke his foot. Absolutely smashing it, like ringing me most days, messaging me like, look, I'm doing this, look at me. Like, he worked so hard to get back so quick and stuff, and recover just because he wanted to get back. It's credit where credit due. And we did a lot of fitness stuff. It was absolutely blowed out his like bum stuff. So yeah, just like he's been really good. But to be fair, most of them are good at doing their rehab that I set them and stuff. And they are very fortunate where we can lend out like an ultrasound, and I can lend out some equipment to them so they can do it at home and bits and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, there's a few good ones, but yeah, definitely Cal and DS have been really good. Most on the bed.
Yeah, go on.
So to be fair, I'd say there's two of them really.
Go on, name them.
So you've got Rennie. Obviously, if I don't he always likes his cars being released. There was one game he was late to the game, like not late, but didn't get there because he normally goes, I'm there at 1, I'm having my treatment at 1. Like, he'll tell me what time he wants it, so I've got to make sure he's having his treatment at 1 o'clock or whatever time it is. And he got stuck in traffic one day, so we didn't have time to do it. And I had 5 minutes, like, come on, let's do it. He's like, no, it's fine. And then I was panicking because I was thinking, if he doesn't score it, because he had got a pen, I was like, if he doesn't score this pen, he's going to blame me for this. You know, you just like, please, like, score. But yeah, he did, thank God. So that was good. But yeah, Ren's always on it. And obviously Peds is probably the longest because we are very much managing him through games at the minute because he's got a bit of a knock. he's had for a couple of months. So we literally like strap him up every game and just like get him done about 20 minutes or so, and then he's off. And then again, same again on the next Saturday and stuff. But as the season comes to an end, obviously that will be where he needs to, over the summer, do all his rehab and stuff, because he's going to have a lot more time and get on with it then. So Ren and obviously Peds, I'd say, that are on there the most.
Cool. So we have to mention this, Jazzy.
Okay.
Because you and I were messaging, apologies, I can't even remember if it was yesterday or the day before. But Jazzy's treats. So in this physio room,
you saw the.
I might show everyone. This.
Surely the best physio suites going. I thought we
spent. Wow, I mean that is a basket and a half of treats, isn't it?
I know. It's good, isn't it?
Who has that? Who has those more than others, out of interest?
Gaffer.
Really?
Yeah, he's always got. They all do a massive club. But do you know what the funniest thing is? When I first arrived at the club, no one touched them for about 4 weeks.
Right.
Then he goes, "Oh, can we have one of them sweets?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course you can. Help yourself." And then that's it. They're all in. But it's something. I've always had sweets in my physio bag. So I always have a pack of squishes or something like that just for the bench. So I've always done that, like throughout I kind of think it's a physio thing to do, sports therapy thing to do, if you ask most. But I just I've got a nice room at Bedford, and I was like, let's do a basket of sweets. But I didn't expect, honestly, that basket will, every home game just goes like the whole thing. Like we go through a lot of sweets. But there are the little foreign sweets that they absolutely love, and then some little packs of Haribos or little packs of squishes. But no, they're all just as bad as each other, I'd say, with getting the sweets. But it's nice because it means sometimes I don't often see the lads if I'm literally back to back with treating. Sometimes I don't see them, so it's nice because it makes them come into the room so I can see how they are and just make sure everything's okay and if they need anything, and it kind of starts that conversation as well. But I think the higher up the leagues, if we do get high up the leagues, obviously we might have to sort out the sweets and put more fruit in there. But sweets, and also got a good old like kettle tea bags, and I often get the managers some biscuits as well, chocolate hobnobs we like. So they are very spoiled. But it is good. So I'm hoping I've just got left the next 2 home games.
So basically, who needs a spa day when we've got your treatment and your sweet box?
And I scenting smell in my room as well. So who needs
Exactly. There we go. Well, it's clearly working. Now, along with obviously the tactics, the gaffer, your input is clearly helping the boys win, isn't it? So job done.
I know.
That's beautiful. So, for you, Jazzy.
Did you hear what I got for my birthday? Just to add this in. Obviously, I had a game for my birthday, which obviously everyone's like, oh, doing your birthday and your month-long celebration. But I got them all crispy cremes, but the gaffer did not let them eat them before the game. So me and Daz were eating quite a few before the game. But that's good. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. That was a good story, that. I love that. So, going back to the football side, Jazzy, so likes and dislikes in non-league football for you?
I think the dislikes are probably just that I just wish I had more time. I think you literally but then in a way, if you turn it into a positive, it's like I like that challenge because you've always got to think outside the box, because clubs don't have like loads of rehab stuff or equipment. Like I'm quite lucky over the years. I've like bought kettlebells, Bochy balls, little golf, that to try and make my rehab fun. But a lot of clubs don't have any of that at all, and even stuff like trauma, so they don't have much of in bits. So I think for me, the dislikes of it are the fact like I just don't have. I would like to do a lot more with like the team and the players and stuff, but there's just so little time that we have. Like I said, Tuesday evening, obviously I don't go on Thursdays, whether or not that'd be different next season, or well, that's if they want me next season. And on Saturdays I'm just like non-stop, and I think for me there's so much more I can offer and help and do, like glute stuff, Pilates, spin. I love getting involved and helping. So I think for me, it is more the time. There's not enough time and stuff, and yeah, you just got to concentrate on the main thing that you're there for and stuff. I think my favourite thing about non-league is just like the fans, like just everyone that's involved. Like you have, like we said earlier, like them loyal, die-hard Bedford Town or whatever club they are, fans are what make non-league. Like they live for that week, like the weekends and the game and the Tuesday night games and stuff like that, and how much they travel. And obviously, like we spoke about earlier, like Bedford are very, obviously I suppose this is the most club I've been at that have had most fans travel away and home and bits like that. It's been crazy. And I think that's the thing I just love about it. Everyone's just so nice. You've got loads of volunteers at the club that, again, just seen and unheard of, but they do so much for the club. And if they weren't around, the clubs wouldn't be able to run or be up to scratch. And all they do over the summer, obviously, you've got the fans that are there supporting their lads, like Tuesdays, Saturdays. The amount that came to Canvey Island as well was ridiculous. Like, considering how far away it is on a Tuesday night, yeah, it's incredible. And just I think I just love the whole team spirit. And just being part of a team and like what we said earlier, like a family unit. Like that's what I just love about it. Like, yeah, it's working every Saturday and stuff for me and bits like that. But I don't wake up thinking, oh, I've got to go to football and stuff like that. I wake up and I'm excited, and it's just a good laugh, and we all love it. And yeah, I suppose for me that's the main likes of what I really love about non-league and stuff. And I just love the quirky different clubs. Like I just find it wicked. So.
Good answer. So we sort of alluded to it at the very, very beginning, right? So we need to talk about the Jazzy look, don't we? So we've got one in front of us right now. So people, you will see photos online, and we're not even kidding, right? On a match day, you will see Jazzy with a mug, a pink hat. What else? Oh, a chocolate bar.
There's so many of me, but yeah, my coffee, my hat, and yeah, normally I have a bit of chocolate with me. Normally orange.
Fantastic.
So,
we have to mention it, Jazzy, don't we?
I'm always known for eating, aren't I? The gaffer was like weeks ago. It's like, do you ever stop eating? No, not really.
Chocolate, rude not to, right?
Yeah.
Those pink hats became a bit of a phenomenon, didn't they, at Bedford?
Yeah, no, they did. So yeah, the story behind the pink hats are I can't think what game it was. I'm not very good at remembering who we played and stuff. But I remember Cal came in. Cal wasn't wearing, by the way. So Cal came in and he had like a blue hat. He obviously had a blue hat on, but it's like a newer style to mine. And I was like, oh, where's your blue hat from? That's well nice. And he's like, oh, I just got it from the clubhouse. So I went and got one because I liked his style just better than, because I had a bit of an older style, and I love a hat anyway. So yeah, I went into the the club shop, sorry, and went and got one. And I was like, and we just had a conversation like, yeah, you just really need like some girl colour hats in here, don't you? Like, and they're like, well, we can get you a pink one if you want. And I was like, yeah, do it. And yeah, so they actually ordered some pink ones. Well, they're like, what colour do you want? And I was like, surprise me. You design the colour. I was like, as long as it's not like really baby, like this is quite a nice pink. It's not too bad. But yeah, so the next thing. But the only thing I'd say is they didn't tell me when they got them in. So we had a game over Christmas. So it must have been like the Monday or something. And my nieces came to the game. And I was walking up half time just to go and see them and stuff and say hello. And I was like, where did you get them? They're like, Auntie Jazz, we've got your hat on. Like, really excited. I was like, where did you get them from? They're like, like, yeah, they've only got about one or two left. And I was like, pardon? I was like, I've not got one. So my mum literally went into the shop, like, just before the second half and got me one. So that I could put it on for the second half. But yeah, I was a bit like, thanks for telling me, guys, that you haven't got my hats in. But yeah, they literally, I think they said to me, like, they sold out that first game. And there's wanted them still, so it's a bit like, thanks to my idea. But I'm trying to get them to see if they put Jazzy Dolby hat like as a little label. I'm waiting to see if that happens.
Maybe after tonight I'll make it happen.
It's a team, haven't you? Like that's my saying, a bit of girliness.
Love it, Jazz. So we are bang on 35 minutes. We need to wrap it up. but we have to talk about Saturday, don't we?
Yeah.
Because wow, what a game that is coming up. Because I had a look earlier, so I think now Bedford Town. Someone please correct me in the comments if I get this wrong, but from my records, I believe Bedford Town are now 20 games unbeaten.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Bad. But Welling, all equally, have only lost one game in their last 12, and they're in good form as well. So it's going to be a very, very tough game, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I think it is definitely going to be a tough game. Obviously, we had a little message on Tuesday because they won like 5-0, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, big was Wade FC, who are a very good team.
Physio was messaging me saying like, "Whoa, like they're tennis to watch out for and stuff." But I went with a few fans actually to watch them against Burko, and yeah, it was an all right game. It weren't the best game I've ever watched, but they are a good team, and I think it's going to be a good challenge for us. But hopefully we can go there and tick another game off and see what happens. But I think obviously that game's going to be big, especially because I think they're in the playoffs, aren't they, as well, or just under? Yeah, it's a big game. Obviously got Dunstable as well, which is going to be a big game for us to come up as well. So we know it's big, and obviously the lads will be preparing for it this evening and having talks and stuff and just getting ready for the game. But yeah, fingers crossed it'll be a good game, and hopefully we can at least get 3 points, if not a point. But yeah, like I said earlier, we're just trying to tick each game off as it comes and hopefully get closer and closer to, fingers crossed, winning the league.
Exactly. I think that is a good way to wrap it up, because I will be at that last game at Bedford Town versus Aylesbury United, and I cannot wait to be back at the Erie, because it feels like it's been an eternity, even though I think it's only been about 3 weeks, I think. But it's such a special place anyway, and who knows, that day could be a very, very special day for the history of the club. So watch this space, everyone.
Fingers crossed.
We'll have a drink after the game, Jazzy, anyway.
Definitely be good.
But thank you so much for giving up your time on a Thursday evening. Do spread the word, everyone. This is going to be going online very, very shortly, and it will do on Friday as well for anyone who wants to watch the whole thing or watch bits and pieces. But thank you, everyone, and thank you, Jazzy, and all the best to you and the boys on Saturday on the road to Welling Garden City.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Pleasure.
Bye.
No, pleasure. Bye, everyone. Cheers.